animals behind me, and they're up on this nice little shelf now. It's a much nicer place. The top one is mostly just the bears and some of the holiday themed ones. So there's holiday boo, holiday poo, and some holiday bears. Anyways, today we are going to be doing an open source code review with a focus on Spark and specifically the Kubernetes related PRs in Spark. There's a bunch of them going on. Some of them are from myself, so I definitely want to make sure that I make progress on the ones that I'm blocked on. And then there's some other ones from other folks who are also important, but they have slightly less direct incentive. Although certainly some of those things are things that I'm very excited about seeing as well. So I tried doing something a little bit different. I looked at the PRs that we were going to be looking at today in advance. I didn't make any comments in advance or anything like that, but I definitely sort of picked out 3 that I thought we might want to take a look at. And so I figured we would go ahead and start with that. So let's go ahead, switch this into live mode. Oh, this is on not the screen I was expecting. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just drag this over here and that'll work out. Actually, this kind of works out better, all things considered. I was also changing my monitors around. There's a new KVM, which is probably part of this. Okay, so the first PR that we're going to look at is this executor pod status fix. So what are the changes? If there's a long-running sidecar running the executor pod, the pod status will still be running even if the executor container failed. So the driver can't properly clean up the executor. Okay. I mean, this sounds not great. So that being said, the how the patch was tested, that makes me wonder if this behavior is actually tested or if we just made sure we didn't break anything. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at what some of the other comments from 11 days ago. So looks like there was some renaming. Dongjun suggested pushing the renaming out, and it looks like that's happened. That's why this says outdated here. Scaling Scala style tests. Yeah. Okay, yeah, there's an ask to add a test for that. That's something that I suspect I would like to see as well. Please update the PR description as well. I think this looks like it's probably fairly up to date. Oh, it's the first time this person is contributing to this repo. That's really exciting. I really like that feature. We should definitely make sure to welcome them to the project. And let's go ahead and take a look at the code now that we've sort of seen other folks' comments. So find exit code. Default executor container name. I'm not sure I understand this. Executor pod lifecycle management. Okay. Why this change? Were we picking up it seems like if someone manually registered executors with us, this might break. That's not as hypothetical as it sounds. Hypothetical as it sounds, since some folks like the Spark CRD. I believe some of the Spark CRDs launch their own executors. I'm gonna, well, okay, we'll press start review and we'll come back to this later. It's possible as we're going through the meaning or the reason for this change will become clear. But for now, let's leave that note so that, you know, I can remember to come back to it. Oh, and I should actually remember to check in on our stream chat because I don't think it's working right now. Okay, no chat messages inside of that. We can turn on. Where's the little? Okay, it's probably fine, I think. But I'm just gonna take a quick look over here. Yeah, just make sure. Oh, there is actually a comment. Hi ZBR. Sorry, sorry I didn't notice it. It looks like our one of the things that got broken in between is my little chat box system that I use. So let's actually just bring up Twitch and I'll just put these both on mute. Okay, thanks. I hope you're doing well. And sorry if I screwed up your name again. If you can remind me the pronunciation, I'll definitely work on that. Okay, and back to the PR, and I'll definitely just manually. Oh, cool. Okay, the chat box started to work after I talked about how the chat box wasn't working. But only for Twitch. Okay, I'll just keep an eye on the YouTube one manually. So hello, hello Twitch friends. Okay, this probably looks really weird. So let's go back and write some more code. I'll just drag this over to the other window here. There we go. That's the ticket. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, so this imports the Java converters. That seems fine. Changes our model import to also import container status. Sounds great. Yeah. Yep, that sounds good. I mean, so this part hasn't been reacted on yet. And so we'll just go ahead and we'll save this one. Retrieving the executor. Okay, let's take a look. I want to take a look at this GitHub issue here. That's linked to. Oh yeah, I got it right. That's awesome. Okay, sidecar containers. Oh, lovely. That's really useful. Okay. Still open though, so not perfect. Okay. This is starting to make a little bit more sense now. Because it sounds like it's probably trying to filter out the sidecar containers. But let's keep going through here. Because we already do the filter here. Gotcha. Default executor container name. So I want to see. Same comment as above. do we impose the container name? Okay, so that, well, if the container name is enforced, that's okay. But generally enforced elsewhere, being the only one to launch. We should maybe a tag. I don't know. So that's okay. Options, you get state terminated. Non-exit code. Get state, get terminated. Get exit code, head option. Okay, exit status code. Yeah. Okay, let's look this up. Fabric 8. Get container statuses. Let's go take a look over here. Cool, that link does not work. Great, let's go check. Yeah, I'm not super sure about this part of it, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so then there's get state gives us a container state. Get terminated. Yeah. Okay. Let's assume for now this code is correct. We can go from there. Gotcha. Yes. New container status with name Spark Kubernetes executor. Okay. Is this name change required? New container status. Oh, God damn it. Let's go take a look. So this is inside of pod builder. Oh. So Kubernetes container status. What? Add new container status? I'm confused. Oh, add new container. Okay, okay, this is setting up something specifically to be failed. Okay. And then down here, we check that the executor failed. Yes, okay. Is this name change required based on the filtering that was added above, or just for clarity when reading the test, when debugging the test? Okay. That's great. I don't. Okay. Executor pod status fix. So this doesn't. Ah. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead. Awesome. Thanks for your first PR to Spark. I've got a few questions. To try and understand your changes a bit better. Glad to have more folks working on the Spark. Before I hit submit on that, I just want to double check. Yeah, it definitely says first time contributor. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to send this as a comment. Generally a little bit friendlier. I guess I'll scroll so you can see that. Or I'll just hit submit review because that text was covered up by what I was saying. Sorry, the keys are a little loud. I got a thing to try and make the keys less loud, but I haven't had the chance to install it yet. Carolyn's going to help me install these mechanical keyboard sound dampeners on it. And also, while we're at it, we'll clean it because I spilled some coffee on my keyboard already. That's just the way of life. Okay, so that's one PR done. This one is already closed. Oh, okay. I was going to review my own PR, but it looks like Sean Owen merged it to master 15 hours ago. This fixed the dependencies test suite. Yeah. So, yeah. My bad. There was some comments 3 days ago. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It was already merged. It's good. Yeah. Can't talk about work stuff, but I like it. Yeah, coffee on the keyboard is not a fun party. Whoops. But work is pretty nice. I work on open source stuff. It keeps me happy, as it were. Okay. Oh yeah, so we had this comment where it was like, hey, was it working before? And I'm like, well, yeah, not on my machine, etc., etc. So then let's go over here and add JVM flag. Adds a flag to make the driver exit in case of an error in the entry point script. Adds integration tests. For supporting the deactivation flag if user wishes. Sure. Actually, I'm going to keep those two PRs open because when I finish, I'm going to put them in the links in the YouTube comments. Launch Spark Pi with a large number, triggering an Love it. Actually. Oh, cool. I like this. I like this a lot. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Okay. There's a lot of comments here, so I'm just gonna go down to the bottom and try and get the like understanding. Yeah, I think this missed the boat for 244. Yeah. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, so I think my comment is gonna be, yeah, I'm +1. When we run Spark and K8s, is the name node redundant? Formal verification way to confirm. Yeah, we don't have test coverage metrics inside of Spark really to a degree. It's a little unfortunate. There's some basic coverage stuff that we do in Python. Actually, we might have some stuff in Java too, but we don't look at it all that much either way. There's totally some good formal method techniques that we could be using that we're not, and I think part of it is it's just a pain in the ass to do in distributed computing spaces because we've got all these different JVMs and we have to aggregate our coverage sort of between them. And coverage is it's hard to say. Spark's test coverage is an area for potential improvement, I'd say. One of the things that I really like that's really interesting is there's some stuff which essentially tries to mutate your code randomly, and if it doesn't fail, then it says sort of the coverage here is not accurate, right? Just because we went through a line doesn't mean that we actually covered it. And I really like the idea of that technique, but Spark is just so huge that I think adding that would be a little bit challenging. But I mean, maybe in the future, adding it like inside of core or something smaller and self-contained could be an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, I'm at +1 on turning this on for default for Spark 3. I think killing the JVM on is the most reasonable option. Yeah, so it's just like on an out of memory flag. I think having this be a global config between cluster managers, not just for K8s. So I think having this be something that's generally available, not just like a Kubernetes specific configuration flag, makes sense. Like if you're on Yarn, you probably also want to get your JVM process killed on If there was a way to also write to the term log, to the default termination log, I think that would be useful. A useful follow on PR, possibly. So it's just like, if we're going to kill the JVM process when we get an out-of-memory exception, which I think is the right thing to do, it would also be good if we wrote down that that's what's happening in a place where those changes can get picked up, and it'll be easier for people to figure out what's going on when they're triggering JVMs. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this comment here. Yeah, it's targeting master. Okay, yeah. Actually, let's go ahead. Let's put this in. Just going to put that on my clipboard for a second. I'm going to take a look at these files changed. Okay, so it changes the entry point here. Yeah, I agree. I think triggering an yeah, that's pretty great. Okay. Cool. That looks legit. Let's go ahead and we're gonna put this in here. And so that's good. So it's 8:58 a.m., which means it's getting pretty close to 9 a.m. All I've had for breakfast is coffee, which, while delicious, lacks a certain something. So I think I'm going to go and get a cup of coffee after this. Oh, not coffee. No. A bowl of cereal? Something. I'm gonna go find some food in the house and eat that before I get back into work. I am planning on doing another live stream later on this week. I think I scheduled it. I don't know if I did. Let's take a look at my YouTube. Looks like I've got something scheduled for the 13th, so I think that's this Friday. So if you want to join me on Friday the 13th at 7 p.m., this is the second most popular time that people requested. People asked for morning, and then after that, people asked for early evening. So I'm going to try and do a code review early evening on Friday at 7 p.m. Perhaps not how I would normally spend my early Friday evenings. I might swap this one for Monday, actually, now that I think about it in the future. Do Friday mornings and Monday evenings. But we'll see how that goes. And we'll see if there are more people interested in the evening edition. So anyways, thank you so much everyone for joining me. Sorry for the slight unexpected technical difficulties, and I will be doing something impromptu with Carolyn to get these mechanical keyboard sound dampeners installed and getting the coffee stains out of my keyboard, which y'all cannot see, but I can. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a lovely week. If you're at ApacheCon in Las Vegas, I'll be there tonight and tomorrow. If you're in San Jose for AIConf, I will be there on Thursday talking about Kubeflow. So thanks, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your week. Bye.